All right. Okay. Let me change this real quick. Okay, first of all, what are some things that we know about graphs? What are the line that goes up and down? What is that called? Anybody?
Line graph? A graph?
Huh? Somebody said yes, the y-axis. Okay, and the graph that goes horizontally, or the line that goes horizontally, what is that called? X-axis. Good. Okay. All right, there we go. Okay, so as we start, okay, I think we did a little bit of this when you guys were in class last year. Okay, but let's start with, first of all, this is slope. Okay, we're going to be determining slope using two methods. Okay, we're going to determine slope from a graph and from 2 points. Okay, does anybody know what slope is? What is slope? When you hear the word slope, what do you think of? Trey?
Like where it goes down.
Okay, how many of you guys think of skiing? Let's hit the slopes, right? Okay, you're going down. Okay, truthfully, a slope can be going down, but a slope can also be going up. It depends on how you look at it. Okay? If you looked at Pikes Peak, could you tell me if that is it going up or is it going down? You can't tell, can you? I mean, if you look at it from one perspective, it's going down. If you look at it from another perspective, it's going up, right? So when you read slope, okay, the first thing that's very, very important about slope, okay, always read a graph, and we're talking about the slope, from left to right, okay? So when you look at a graph, you're going to read it from the left side to the right, kind of like when you read words on a page, right? So if I have a graph, and you guys don't have to draw a real fancy graph, just draw a generic graph on your worksheet or on your notes, okay? If I look at this, okay, this is a graph. If I had a line, let's say that looked like this, okay? If I read that from left to right, is that going up or is that going down? That's going down, isn't it? Okay. What if I did this? What would that be? Okay. So when it's going down, like this, that's going to be negative slope. Obviously, because it's going where? It's going down, right? It's kind of like your altitude. If you were to walk on this, your altitude would do what? It would decrease. It would go down. It's negative. Okay. If I have something like this, it's going to go what? It's going up. What kind of slope do you think that is? Positive slope. Okay? Are you with me so far? Yes? Okay. What if I have something like this? Is that going up or is that going down? Neither. Okay? When you have a straight line like this, that's what we call no slope. There's no slope. Did you write that down? Now, what if I have something like this? Is that going up or is that going down? How many of you say up? How many of you say down? How many of you didn't vote? Yes, you did. Okay. It's not going up or down. You can't tell. Okay. When it's a straight up and down line, that's what we call undefined slope. Okay. Undefined. All right. Okay. Are you with me so far? Yes.
Wait, so there's 3 different kinds of slopes.
There's positive, negative, no slope, and undefined slope. We'll go over them in just a minute. Negative slope it goes down from left to right. Yeah.
So undefined slope is from bottom to top, and then no slope is left to right.
Straight line, yeah.
Straight.
Mm-hmm.
And then, okay, yeah.
Yeah. We'll go over them more, guys. I just wanted to introduce you to them. Okay, so can I erase this part? Do you guys have this? Yes? Okay. So let's talk first about how we determine slope, okay? You'll understand more about this later, okay? But we're going to identify slope as a lowercase m, okay? M equals slope. Okay? Slope is expressed as a ratio. Okay? It is a ratio that is y over x, and what that means is rise or fall. What does rise or fall mean on a graph? Up or down over run. Okay? And what that means is you're going to go, well, I'll show you how this works. This is actually pretty easy once you get the hang of it. Okay? So slope is expressed as a ratio. Okay? And a ratio is really a way of saying it's a what? Fraction. Okay? Are you with me? Okay. All right. So let's go back to our graph. Okay. Let's go back to our graph. And you know, I'm going to change something. I'm going to make these lines a little bit brighter. Could you guys see those green lines? But that's better, right? Okay. All right. Give me a point on a graph. Stella, give me a point on a graph. Any point.
R3.
Huh?
That was for 1, 6.
1, 6. Okay. So over 1, up 6. So I have a point right here. Esmeralda, give me another point on a graph in, let's say, in quadrant 2. You guys remember what quadrants are? 1, 2, 3, 4. Just give me a point over here. A negative, negative. Negative, positive, sorry. Negative 2, positive 3. Okay. All right. So if I'm looking at this graph, okay, and I'm going to determine the slope of a line that goes through those 2 points, okay, I'm going to find the slope. So that means m equals what? Okay, think about this. If you go into a building, how many of you have ever been in a building with an elevator? All of you, right? If you want to go to a room on let's say the 5th floor, okay, do you go over to where that room is first and then get on the elevator? What do you do? What do you have to do first? You get on the elevator, go up to that floor, and then where? Go to that room, okay? So think about slope kind of like an elevator, okay? I'm trying to get from, I'll show you on here. I'm trying to get from this point. Remember, slope is always read from where? Left to right. So the first thing is I'm getting on an elevator here. I need to get to here. Am I going to go up or down? Okay. So the way you determine this, from here, I'm going to go up 1, 2 floors, right? Remember, on a graph, if I go up, is it positive or is it negative? Positive. So my first number on my slope ratio is going to be a 2. Do you understand why that's a 2? Because I went up. I'll do that again. I'm going to do it in a different color so you can see. I went up 1, 2 floors. Why did I get off on this floor? Because I need to go over to where? To this point, right? Okay. So my first number is 2. Then I get off and I go 1, 2, 3 to get to that point. So I went, remember, what is this top number? What did that say? Rise or fall over run. So I rose 2 and I ran 3. I went up 2 and over 3. Okay? Do you see how we found slope from a graph? Okay? Question.
So even to determine if this was a positive slope or a negative slope, wouldn't it be a positive?
This would be positive because both of these numbers are positive, and if you look at it from left to right, it's going up, isn't it? Okay?
So if we were to do it down though,
Hold on, I'll get there in a minute. Okay? So first of all, this is positive slope. Do you understand how we found that? Okay? Let's say, I've got a let's say I got some different points. Let's say I'm going from here, let's say to right here, okay? This is also going to be positive, okay? If I'm going on that, from that point, first of all, my first number, I'm getting on the elevator here. Why would I not get on the elevator here? Because slope is read from left to right, okay? So I get on here, okay? How far up am I going to go? Everybody, how far up? 1. So I'm going to go 1, and then how far over? Count with me. Ready?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
So my slope, in this case, would be 1 over 8. Okay. You kind of understand so far? All right. Now, what if we have a negative, like what Jackson was saying? Okay, let's see. Let's say I've got one point here, and I got another point right here. Okay. Well, this is pretty steep slope, and it's obviously going to be negative. Okay. So if I'm going from here to here, remember, I get in the elevator, I go from left to right. And the first point is where I get in the elevator. If I get in this elevator, am I going to have to go down or am I going to have to go up? Left to right. Look at it. Everybody look at that graph from left to right. Where's the first point you see? Is the first point here or is the first point here? Left to right. Where's the first point? Right here. So am I going to have to go down or up? Going down. How far down am I going to have to go? Now, you don't actually have to like write these little marks, okay? I can see that this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 from the x-axis, and then it goes down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 further. So what is that? 11, okay? But it's not just 11. What is it? It's a negative 11 because I went down, and you can count them if you want to. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And then I'm going to go over how many? 1, 2, 3. Now, normally, if you see negative 11 over 3, what do you see that as? Improper fraction. And normally, you're going to turn that into a mixed number, right? But with slope, with graphing, you're not going to turn that into a mixed number. Leave it improper. You can simplify. Okay, you can simplify, but you don't need to change this into a mixed number. Okay? You understand so far? Okay? Yes?
I know we're not really supposed to do it this time, but once we go down, like once we count the 11,
Uh-huh.
and then we see can we just count from
Like the y-axis?
well, can we just count like 1, 2, 3?
Yeah, but you don't, I mean, technically you could do it that way, but for consistency's sake, especially when we graph, just go left to right. Yeah. Trust me, it'll make it easier when we start graphing from slope. Yes?
When you said we can simplify, do we have to? Or
Yes, do simplify. Simplify when you can, but you do not have to make it into a mixed number. Okay? Question?
2 questions. Will this be on the test?
Oh, yeah.
Also, yeah, how do you determine if it's a negative sign?
Okay, did you look at that slope from left to right? Did it go down?
Yeah.
It did. So it's going to be negative. Okay? All right, let's try this one. Let's do a real easy one, guys. All right, from there to there. Okay, can you guys determine the slope? First thing I know, look at that line from left to right. Is that negative or positive? It's negative. So it's negative slope, right? Okay. So from here, where am I going to go? Where am I going? 1, 2. Where am I going? Okay. Negative 2 over 4. Can I simplify that? What can that simplify to? Negative 1 over 2. 1/2, right? Okay. Do we understand so far? Yes? I need to know before I move on. And we're good? Okay. Now, what if I have something, let's say one of my points is right there, and one of my points is right there. Okay? Am I getting in an elevator at all? No. All I need to do, in other words, it's going up and down how many floors? 0. And then I'm going over how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, anytime that you have a 0 up here, when you have a 0 on the top, that means this is 0 or no slope. And if you were to look at those 2 points, am I going up or down from one to the other? Class, look over here. Am I going up or down from one to the other? No. So there's no slope or 0 slope. Make sense? Okay. Now, what if...
Hi. Do you need my worksheet?
All right. Can I erase that? Yes? You guys got to wake up. I know it's still dark outside, but, wake up, people. Come on. All right. So what if I have something like this? I'm going from here, let's say, to right here. Okay? Am I going up or down? I don't know. I can't tell if I'm going up or down, right? If I'm going right or left, I don't know. I'm either going up 3 or I'm going down 3. But no matter what, from here to here, am I going over how many? 0. So when I have a 0 on the bottom, what is that? Undefined slope. Okay? Are you with me so far? Yes? Or no? What is slope expressed in? A fraction, ratio. Okay? Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to draw some points up here. I want you to write the slope on your notes. Okay? Are we ready? From this point to this point right here. Tell me the slope.
Are we doing it as an X?
Yes, always. Slope is an M. Anybody have an answer? Well, I'm going from here to here. Slope is always read from what? Say it again. Say it again. Left to what?
Right.
What to right?
Left.
Left to right. Are you understanding how important that is? Left to right. What is that? Left. Okay. So I'm going from here to here. Am I going up or am I going down? Up how many? And I'm going right or left? Can I simplify this? Nope. So is that good? Slope is 2 over 7. Do you understand? How many of you got that right? If you missed it, do you see what you did wrong? How many didn't get it right? How many of you didn't even try? How many of you didn't raise your hand? How many of you are not participating right now? How many of you are sleepy? Oh, see, finally you start participating. Okay. All right. Try another one. Let's go from here. Let's make this one stupendously easy. To there. You should look at that and tell me the slope like that. What do you notice? Levi, what is that? How far do I have to do what? I just go down how many? 2? Over what? Over 1. How many of you got that right? Now, here's the thing. Sometimes your slope is expressed. Is there another way I can express negative 2 over 1? What's the same value as negative 2 over 1? Just negative 2, right? But because slope has to be expressed as a fraction, and you'll understand why we express it as a fraction when we start doing the opposite of this, when we graph slope. Okay? Does that make sense? Yeah? Okay. Try this one. From this point to this point. Try that one. Try the slope on that. Can you see it? Anybody have an answer yet? Raise your hand. Forrest has an answer. Trey has an answer. Sarah has an answer. Julie has an answer. Macy's counting. Kemper has an answer. Sam has an answer. Jackson has an answer. Sam, I need you to help me. First of all, how am I going to read this slope? Can I just, however I want to, right? It's going uphill or downhill, doesn't matter, does it? Yeah. Yeah. Left to right. Okay. Sam, what's the first point I see from left to right?
The one on top.
This one. Okay. So my slope is going to be, am I going to go up or am I going to go down? I got to go from here to here. What do I do? Down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Tell me when to stop. Say stop.
Stop.
Okay, good. I went down 5, and then I go over what?
5.
Now, I can leave it this way. Can I simplify this? What can I simplify this to? Negative 1 over 1. Okay? All right. Do we understand this a little bit more now?
Do we have a worksheet on this?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's easy. I'm not even going to get to the second part. All I want you to do on your worksheet, there's 2 parts, and I don't want you to do the second part. Okay? The second part we will